Okay, here we are. This is the shutter mechanism for the Yashica Mat 124G. Still has the Yashica lens in the front of it. This little yellow knob here is for your flash sync. And down here, this is the timer, which we can wind. There we go. I'll put the camera down here for a second, and I'll cock the shutter, and you'll be able to see some of the wonderful little mechanisms inside function. And we're back. Down here is the shutter. And push down on that and fire it off. Or, as I'm going to do, just so my fingers don't get in the way, I'm going to use this little lever here to fire off the shutter. That way you can see some of the workings go on. Second thing we can do beforehand, just so you a little bit more of the geek factor. Actually, it's on this side. This lever here controls your f-stop. So as you turn the little knob on the front of the Yashica Mat, you're actually moving this little guy here. I'm going to pull on it, and what you'll see is when it goes off, you'll see the shutter open up in there. You'll see a red dot, hopefully here in the center of the lens. So let's fire it off, see what happens. Okay. See the timer moving. And a little tiny red dot appeared there in the middle. That was that wonderful red matting showing through. You'll notice as I'm repairing this camera, let me zoom out here. Here, click. Gotta love the D90 and its manual focus for movie mode. As I'm repairing my cameras here, I'm actually restoring the one camera. I have a pretty wide open space. It's dedicated to this only. Normally I'd have my computer keyboard here, but I'll just use the laptop for now on. I have the red carpet down here, or red fabric, for a very specific reason. I chose the color red. That's because 90% of what is inside of this camera is black in color. And if you drop something, such as a screw and whatnot, it shows up like a sore thumb on the red fabric. Makes it nice and easy to spot. Assortment of Q-tips, different size screwdrivers, and the all-important magnetic screwdriver. Here's the viewing lens, which you'd see in the photos beforehand. It is beat up. It's hard to see in my crappy lighting here, but all the corners are brassed. Black paint has rubbed off. So I'm either going to try and find a brand new one, or a like new one. And if that doesn't happen, which is very likely, we're going to paint it. Either with, well, we'll make that decision when we get there. Powder coating or enamel or whatnot. Haven't really decided. This is the good shutter lens. This thing is almost like new. This is a whole shutter mechanism. The only thing that this one lacks, unfortunately, is the self-timer. Somebody removed it. And the bad one over here, which actually works, but the shutter has some pretty severe shutter lag. The timer works. I'm going to try and swap them. But that's getting pretty darn complicated. So, we'll see. Over here, ready for a new leatherette. I have the front of the good camera lens system, the mounting plate that goes behind it. The donor parts, donor mechanism, and over here, this is the donor body with a working light meter that will transverse over to the new mechanism, and bent mounting rails, which is a big reason why I'm getting rid of this guy here. The good guy, straight mounting rails, no light meter, and 2, 1, no